Let me tell you something honest, my friend. Something from deep inside my heart. It happened a few years back. When life felt like a heavy storm that would never end. I was 25 years old then. Just another young guy trying to survive in the big city. New York was my home now. Far from the small town in Ohio where my parents still lived. They had sacrificed everything for me. Worked double shifts at the factory and diner to pay for my college loans. Dreamed that their son would make it big. A good job, a stable life, money to send home every month. But reality was not kind. I worked as a junior admin assistant in a small downtown office. Typing reports, answering phones, filing papers all day. The salary was just enough for rent and food. Nothing left for savings or fun. Every night I lay on my thin mattress in my tiny Brooklyn apartment, staring at the cracked ceiling. Wondering why I felt so behind everyone else. My old school friends posted pictures online. New cars, fancy trips, happy weddings. I scrolled through them late at night. My heart sinking lower each time. Why them and not me? I asked myself again and again. I tried to stay positive. But doubt crept in like a shadow. What if I am not smart enough? What if I disappoint my family forever? The phone calls from home made it worse. My mother would say softly, "Son, your father is getting older. The house needs a new roof. Can you send a little extra this month?" I always said yes. Even when my account was almost empty. Borrowed from friends, skipped meals. The pressure sat on my chest like a stone. I felt lonely too. No real friends in the city. Roommates came and went. Work kept me busy but empty inside. Weekends I stayed home, watching motivational videos on my phone. Telling myself tomorrow will be better. But tomorrow never changed anything. I lacked discipline. Started learning new things but gave up quickly. English practice apps, job search sites, everything felt too hard. Self-doubt whispered every morning. You are not good enough. You will never catch up. Life felt like a race I was losing badly. Then came that one day. The day everything went wrong. It started like any other. But it snowballed into complete disaster. I woke up late that morning. The alarm had been ringing for minutes. But I kept ignoring it. Something felt strange that day. My body was tired from another sleepless night. Worrying about bills and family. Finally I dragged myself out of bed. The room was hot and stuffy. No AC worked properly. I rushed to the bathroom. Cold water hit my skin like needles. No time to heat it. I looked in the broken mirror. Dark circles under my eyes. Face looking older than 25. When did I become this version of myself? I thought sadly. Breakfast was just instant noodles again. The milk had spoiled in the small fridge. I could not afford fresh one this week. Money was so tight. Then my phone buzzed. Bank message. Student loan payment overdue. Late fee added. My stomach twisted in fear. How will I pay this now? Sister needs college fees too. I promised Mom last week. I grabbed my bag quickly. Ran down the stairs. The street outside was noisy. Cars honking, people rushing. I reached the subway station. Crowd was huge. Pushed and shoved like always. Missed the first train by seconds. Waited for the next. Sweat rolled down my back. The summer heat was already burning. When the train came, I squeezed inside. Someone stepped on my shoe hard. I said nothing. Just held the pole tightly. My mind racing with worries. What if boss notices I am late again? He warned me last time. Office was 10 minutes away after subway. I ran from the station. Breathing heavy. Reached the building at 9:15. Boss was standing near my desk. His face red with anger. "Alex, my office now," he said sharply. I followed with shaking legs. Sat down in the chair. He did not waste words. "Your work is careless. Reports full of mistakes. Clients complaining. We have to let you go. 1 month pay as settlement. Clear your desk by lunch." I felt the world stop. "But sir, please. I can improve. Give me one more chance." He shook his head. "No more chances. Security will help you out." Tears burned in my eyes. I walked back to my desk. Colleagues stared in silence. Some looked away with pity. I packed my few things in a cardboard box. Old pen, notebook, a photo of my parents. The walk to the gate felt like forever. Outside the rain started suddenly. Heavy summer rain soaking me instantly. No umbrella. I stood there wet and broken. Phone rang in my pocket. It was Mother. "Son, your father needs medicine urgently. Doctor bill is high. Can you send $200 today?" I could not speak the truth. I said, "Yes, Mom. I will try." Then hung up fast. Sat on the wet roadside bench. Rain mixing with my tears. No job. No money. Family waiting. Loneliness hitting harder than ever. I walked home slowly. Feet splashing in puddles. Clothes dripping. Reached my small apartment. Door locked from inside somehow. Roommate had left without telling. Took some stuff with him. I forced the door open. Inside everything felt cold and empty. I dropped the box on the floor. Sat on the bed. Body shaking. What have I done to deserve this? I asked the empty walls. Memories flooded in. Childhood in our small Ohio town. Father working long hours at the factory. Mother cooking simple meals with love. They believed in me so much. Sent me to the city with hope. Now I failed them completely. I compared myself again. Friends succeeding. Posting success stories. While I sat here jobless and broke. Self-doubt screamed loud. You are worthless. No one will hire you now. You lack skills. You lack confidence. You lack everything. Hours passed in darkness. I did not eat. Did not move. Just sat there thinking of all mistakes. Late nights wasting time on phone. Not studying hard in college. Ignoring small habits that could have helped. Not saving even $5 a day. Not practicing English or communication. Fear of failure kept me small. I regretted so deeply. Tears came again. This was rock bottom. The day everything went wrong. But in that dark moment, something tiny shifted inside me. I picked up an old notebook from the box. Instead of scrolling phone to forget pain, I decided to write my thoughts. Just one small decision. Pen in hand. I wrote slowly. Today everything broke. But tomorrow I will try one tiny change. Wake up at 5. Spend 30 minutes in quiet. Think about what I can control. No phone. Just me and my mind. It felt silly at first. But I kept writing. Listed 3 things I was grateful for. A roof over my head. Parents who still love me. Health to try again. Then I wrote one goal. Find any small job tomorrow. Even if lower pay. Start learning English daily for better chances. Because clear speaking can open doors. I closed the notebook. Lied down with a strange calm. Sleep came slowly. But that night something new was born. A small spark of hope. Next morning I woke at 5. Alarm I set before sleep. Room still dark. I sat on the floor cross-legged. No rush. Just breathed deeply. Thoughts came. But I wrote them down again. Felt lighter somehow. Then I searched online for free English practice. Watched a simple video on speaking confidently. Repeated sentences out loud. My voice shaky, but I continued. After 30 minutes I felt ready. Showered quickly. Ate whatever was left. Went out to look for work. First 2 places said no. But third small store needed a helper. Lower pay than before. But I took it. Something to start again. Days passed slowly. Each morning the same small decision. Wake early. Write thoughts. Practice English 10 minutes more. Some days I failed. Wanted to sleep more. Doubt returned. But I remembered the bad day. Pushed myself gently. 1 week later. I sent small money home. Mother was happy. Son, you sound different. Stronger. Tears in my eyes again. But good ones. I started saving $5 daily. Small but growing. Talked to roommate who returned. Shared my story. He listened. Gave me tips on discipline. 2 weeks in. Boss at new job noticed my calm. Gave me extra task. I handled it well because of morning practice. Confidence grew bit by bit. I compared less on social media. Unfollowed some accounts. Focused on my small wins. Family pressure felt lighter. I told mother honestly about job change. She said, "We are proud you did not give up." That gave me strength. Months went by. The small decision became habit. I woke early every day. Read simple English stories. Practiced speaking to mirror. Applied for better jobs. Learned from mistakes. Failed interviews but learned. 1 year later, I got a better position. Higher pay. Could send good money home. Fixed the house roof. Bought father medicine on time. Loneliness faded. Made real friends at work. Shared my story with them. They inspired too. Discipline changed everything. Not big miracles. Just tiny daily choices. I still have hard days. But now I know. One small decision can start the shift. Looking back at that terrible day, I feel grateful. It was the push I needed. If you are listening and feeling lost right now, struggling with money or family expectations, comparing yourself to others, feeling behind in life, know this. You are not alone. Your bad day may come, but inside you there is power. Find one small thing you can control. Wake up a bit earlier. Write your thoughts. Practice one skill like English for 5 minutes. Build it slowly. No rush. Be kind to yourself. Failures teach. Hope grows in small steps. Discipline is your friend, not punishment. Life can change. I am proof. From rock bottom to steady ground. You can too. Think about your life tonight. What is one small decision you can make tomorrow? Write it down. Try it. And watch slowly how everything starts to turn right. You deserve hope, my friend. You deserve growth. Keep going. The universe is listening. And your better days are coming. I promise. From someone who lived it. Thank you for hearing my story. It means the world to me. Now go make your small change. And remember, even when everything goes wrong, one decision can light the way. Let me go deeper now and tell you more about that bad day because it really hit me hard. After the boss fired me, I stood outside in the rain for a long time. Water running down my face mixing with tears. I thought about every single mistake that led me here. How I used to wake up late every morning and rush. How I never prepared my reports carefully. How I avoided learning English because I thought it was too difficult. How I spent hours on my phone comparing my life to others. How I never saved even a small amount each day. The rain kept pouring and I kept standing there. My shoes completely soaked. My bag getting wet with the photo of my parents inside. I finally started walking home, taking the longest route. Passing through crowded streets where people were buying things I could not afford. I remembered my childhood 4th of July in the small town. Father lighting fireworks. Mother making burgers. Everyone happy and full of hope for my future. Now I felt I had broken all that. When I reached my apartment, the door was jammed. I pushed and pushed until it opened with a loud crack. Inside, the roommate had taken his things and left without saying anything. The apartment looked even emptier. I sat on the bed and cried for almost an hour. Then I picked up that old notebook. It was the only thing that felt like a friend in that moment. I started writing every regret, every fear, every small thing I could change starting tomorrow. I wrote about waking up early. I wrote about practicing English even for 10 minutes. I wrote about saving $5 no matter what. I wrote about being grateful for small things like having a place to sleep. That writing took almost 2 hours. My hand was tired, but my mind felt a little lighter. I slept that night with the notebook next to me. Next morning the alarm rang at 5. I got up without hitting snooze. Sat on the floor in the dark room. Breathed slowly for 10 minutes. Then wrote 3 things I was thankful for again. Then practiced English by repeating simple sentences 20 times. Good morning, I am trying my best today. I am learning and growing step by step. After that I went out to find any job. I walked from store to store in the hot sun. Many people said no. Some laughed at my wet clothes from yesterday. But one small coffee shop needed a helper for low pay. I took it immediately. Came back home and wrote in the notebook again. This is my new start. I will not give up. The next 7 days I followed the same routine every morning. Wake at 5, write, breathe, practice English, go to work. Some mornings I wanted to sleep more. But I remembered the rain and the firing and forced myself. On the 8th day I sent $20 home. Mother called and said, "Son, your voice sounds different. You sound strong." That call gave me energy for the whole week. I started saving $5 every single day. Put it in a small jar. After 1 month the jar had $150. I sent it all home for sister. College fees. At the new job the owner noticed I spoke a little better English. He gave me extra work talking to customers. I practiced more at night in front of the mirror. My confidence grew slowly. I stopped scrolling social media for hours. Unfollowed 10 accounts that made me feel bad. Instead I read simple English stories on my phone. Stories about people who changed their lives with small habits. 2 months passed and I applied for a better office job. I failed the first interview. But I wrote in the notebook. Failure is teaching me. I will try again. 3rd interview I got the job. Higher pay, better hours. I called mother and told her everything. She cried on the phone with happiness. Son, we are so proud. You did not quit. That moment I knew the small decision had worked. I kept the morning routine for 1 full year. Every day the same short habits. Wake early, write thoughts, practice English, save money, work hard. Now I have a good position. I send enough money home every month. Father house is repaired. Sister is studying well. I have real friends who I share my story with. They also started their small changes. I still feel doubt sometimes on hard days. But I open the notebook and read my old pages. It reminds me of the day everything went wrong. And how one small decision changed it all. My friend, if you are listening right now and you are struggling. Maybe you lost a job like me. Maybe money is tight with rent and loans. Maybe family is putting pressure. Maybe you compare yourself to friends on phone. Maybe you feel behind in life at 20 or 25 or even 30. Maybe you doubt yourself every morning. Know that I was exactly there. And the way out was not big magic. It was one tiny decision to write in a notebook and wake early. You can do the same tonight. Take any paper or phone note. Write what went wrong today. Then write one small thing for tomorrow. Wake 10 minutes earlier. Practice English for 5 minutes. Save $5. Repeat it every day. Some days you will fail. But get up again. In 30 days you will feel different. In 90 days your life will start changing. In 1 year you will look back and smile. Because discipline is not punishment. It is your quiet power. Hope is not fake. It grows from small steps. You are not alone in this. Thousands of young people in cities like New York are feeling the same. But one small decision can lift you up. Think about your own life right now. What is your rock bottom moment? What is the one thing you can control tomorrow morning? Write it down before you sleep tonight. Set the alarm. Get up. Breathe. Write. Practice. Start. I believe in you because I was you. Your better days are waiting. They start with one comma in your story. One small choice. Keep going, my friend. You have the power. The day everything went wrong can become the day everything began to go right. I am still here, living proof. Sending this story from my heart to yours. Now close your eyes for a moment. Feel the calm. And decide. Tomorrow is your new start. Thank you for listening all the way to the end. This story is long because life changes slowly. But it does change. Go make yours beautiful step by step. With hope. With discipline. With one small decision that can change everything. I am with you. You got this. Good night, my friend. See you in your better tomorrow.